Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Magic the Chattering. I'm Nick.
And I'm Khalid. Elvi can't be here today because he's got some Eldrazi problems, if you know what I mean. But he'll be here next week. So, let's move on.
This week's Super Secret Giveaway winner is...
Obi Spawn.
Congratulations.
Thanks for the comment, man. You've been our supporter since we started. And if you guys want to win our Super Secret Giveaway, do comment on our videos, yeah? Number 5, Deck Tech of the Week.
Well, the breakout deck from GP London this week seems to be Abzan Aggro.
Oh.
It's a variation of it. It's now called Hangarback Abzan.
Abzan!
Let's have a look at the deck list.
Looks like a pretty sweet deck list.
Yeah, as you can see, it took out the 4 Rakshasa Dev Dealers.
Yeah.
And now it's sporting 4 main deck Hangarback Walkers.
It took GP London, and the best part is that both finalists was using in the deck. That's how strong Hangarback Walker is right now. So, why was it good?
Well, the basic idea is there's 3 things that make the Hangarback Abzan deck good. Number 1 being Hangarback Walker itself.
Oh.
It's a natural speed bump against aggro decks. It's also resilient to control strategies.
And removals.
Yeah, the fact that you need 2 removal to clear Hangarback Walker.
It's a sticky card, you know. It just doesn't want to go away.
And the thing that makes it also good is it's splashable in every deck.
Yes.
I mean, we're even as brave to say that this could be the new Umezawa GT.
Ah!
You hear it here first.
Check it out.
Besides that, Anafenza the foremost.
It appeared in most of the Abzan decks throughout the whole weekend in GP London. Yeah, I dare say right now it's a mainstay choice.
I mean, yeah, it's an undercosted beefy creature,
Yeah.
number 1. Number 2, the fact that it's good against opposing Hangarback Walkers.
Yeah.
It just negates your opponent's Hangarback Walkers. They're not
Exactly.
going to get those top 2 tokens. The next card that makes the Hangarback Abzan deck really good is 4 copies of Dam Protector.
Oh my god. Eternal Witness 2.0. This particular card has been in almost all the Abzan decks throughout the whole of GP London.
If you look at the sideboard plans as well,
Yeah.
it allows them to sideboard in just 1 or 2 copies of a
I
card.
saw that quite a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 or 2 cards in the sideboard.
Just because Dam Protector could be the second or the third copy of that
Yes,
card.
exactly. So, how do you beat this deck?
Well, 2 strategies. You either go under or you go over.
Alright. What do you mean by going under?
If you want to go under, basically you have to be faster than the Abzan aggro deck. They're going to spend at least the first 2 turns putting lands coming to play tap.
Yes.
You know, with all the temples and everything. So the 2 strategies that can go under is either red deck wins or a ban heroic. If you're playing red deck wins, you want to make sure that you have, you go back to the Joel Larson build, but you take out some cards to include Goblin Hill Cutters. Hill Cutters is the main way to beat Abzan aggro and Abzan control.
It's the fast beater.
Yeah, and ban hero is just obscene because from turn 2 onwards, they're just making that one guy big.
Yeah.
When you try to kill it, they go protect.
Protect.
So yeah, that's how you go under.
Alright.
To go over,
Alright.
you be the control against the Hangarback Abzan deck. So there will be strategies like Jeskai or Esper Dragons or UB Control or Blue Red Mill. So as you can see, how the meta evolved was we started seeing cards like Magma Spray being played in red decks. We start seeing Unravel the Ether being played, and now even Revoke Existence.
Yes.
So that's how the control decks can take care of these like Hangarback Walkers. I mean, WMCQ is coming out next weekend. I can say the number 1 most played card would be Hangarback Walker.
Walker for the win.
Walker for the win. Next up.
Number 4, weekly metagame updates. So, what's in the metagame this week?
Well, as you can see from GP London, it's Abzan.
Abzan!
It's a very rock-based strategy. It's an answer to GP San Diego last week. If you look at day 2, the top 5 strategies were Abzan Control, Hangarback Abzan, Red Deck Wins, Jeskai, and Green Red Devotion. Shockingly, 38% of the field on day 2 were Abzan strategies. Going into WMCQ weekend, it would be a lot of rock-based strategies. The 5 main strategies for mid-range would be Hangarback Abzan, Green White Megamorph, Red Green Mega Dragons, piloted by Brett Nelson to like a 9-0 finish on day 1, Mardu Dragons, and Green Red Devotion. Out of these 5 strategies, I would say if you're going to WMCQ, play the best strategy, which should be either Hangarback Abzan or Red Green Mega Dragons. So either you fly over all your mid-range opponents, or you have the resilience of Hangarback Abzan to back you up.
How about the faster decks?
Well, if you're not into mid-range strategies, you go Caesars. I would say the 3 most prevalent aggro strategies would be Red Dead Wins, Blue Red and Soul Artifact, and also Ban Heroic.
Alright.
If your opponent's gonna spend the first 4 turns just laying down temples and like mana ram guys, you need to like hit them faster from turn 1 onwards. So these 3 strategies will be the one to go over it.
How about control strategies?
Well, control wise, Abzan control is still around.
Yeah.
As always.
But there's no blue.
Besides Abzan control, you also have a Blue Red Mill. And I'm looking forward to a return of Blue White control or Blue Black control playing Hangarback Walker. That's it for this week's weekly metagame update. Next would be number
3, Linchpin cards of the week.
In this section, we look at the top 3 cards which were prevalent in the meta and helping certain decks rise up to the top.
Yeah.
So our first card is Storm Red Dragon.
5 mana, 4/4 flying haste. You can actually make it bigger and hit to the face. That's pretty good.
I feel in a meta full of mid-range decks, being able to fly over your opponent for the kill is very important. And the fact that you can monsters him up as well
Exactly.
is huge.
Exactly. And now he has a best friend in Thunderbreak region. So it's
together,
not only he's very good alone, he's with Thunderbreak region just makes it even more harder just to remove him. Definitely deserves a spot in our Linchpin cards of the week.
Second pick is Anafenza the Foremost. The key thing is the fact her second ability, it stops your opposing Hangarback Walkers from triggering.
Yes, exactly.
So that's huge.
That's huge. And that's one of the main reasons why Abzan versus Abzan, you need Anafenza.
Yeah. I feel like the person that has Anafenza on the board the longest is the one that wins the whole game.
Yeah, I agree.
Going into our last card
is
Tragic Arrogance.
Sideboard card choice of the week. I kid you not how well this card's positioned right now. Both finalists were actually featuring these cards in the sideboard. It's Cataclysm 2.0 for me. And the fact that you choose what your opponent keeps,
it's very, very strong.
You have to keep a playset of this card. So that's our Linchpin cards of the week.
Next up, number 2, Magic Online League announcement. So, what's new with Modo this week?
Back in July 16, 2014, they actually announced that they were going to put League into Modo. I mean, as a casual Modo player myself, I find that this is a very good iteration. And last week, WotC actually released a new update saying that they're gonna release the code in August 26th of this year.
Nice.
And you will be able to actually have public access as early as September.
Nice.
Now, according to the announcement, they're gonna roll out slowly, because I think they can't roll out like unlimited number of players per league. There is a few things that they need to iron out, and actually the closed beta is out. If you guys want to be part of it, go on to the WotC website and you can actually enter from there. So I think they're really looking into a lot of people actually joining the leagues. Because the thing is, it's cohesive in the system itself. When you go onto the system, you immediately jump into your play table. You can see your leagues and which one you can actually join and whatnot. So being able to have just seamlessly go to your dailies and your leagues is something that's very good. And having it baked into the system itself is something that I think as a casual player, I'm looking forward to it. I feel that WotC is doing something great in terms of introducing this league system into Modo. I feel that like I said, as a casual player, being able to actually play and finish your leagues at any time that you wish, as long as you finish the prerequisites that is necessary, that's something. To me, it's a boon. If you don't have 4 hours to spend or 5 hours to spend for dailies, this is the best bet for you. I think, and there is some sort of matchmaking involved, but you're still open to the players in that particular league itself. We'll see once it's implemented. It's very, very beta right now. In fact, the fact is it's not rolled out for public consumption just yet. This is all now speculation. We don't know how far and how well the implementation of this system is going to be. And if you know Modo, you know that you can't expect too much. So really looking forward to this. Definitely going to try and be part of the closed beta, and you guys should too.
Next up,
number 1, Battle for Zendikar, new cards reveal. Over the weekend, Mothership revealed cards from dual deck Zendikar versus Eldrazi, and it gave us a plethora of new cards keywords and
And
mechanics.
mechanics,
Yeah. So, what came back?
Well, the returning mechanics are allies and landfall.
Yeah.
If you remember, allies used to be enter the battlefield effects that would trigger for every ally you control. Now it seems with the new card Veteran War Leader,
Goes to
it's
show.
activated abilities now. Tap an ally, give it first strike or something like that.
I think this is going to set the tone for the new ally cards in Battle for Zendikar. So, do you think that this is going to be a mainstay in the...
I'm hoping that it's varied because I really miss the ETB guys.
Yeah,
It's what made allies strong.
that's why.
We used to have problems when we were playing allies as well because once they're on the battlefield and you stop top decking allies, they're pretty shit.
Yeah. They're not good on that. That's why I call allies. You need
You need
cards.
to continually trigger ally.
Exactly.
So it's good that they have some allies like this. I think this one's at rare.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this wouldn't be a lot. Maybe like there's a cycle of rare allies that are activated abilities, but the rest will still be ETB.
I'm just hoping that, in BFZ they gave more allies to work with. I mean at least make it a mainstay enough. And back in Zendikar, it was really amazing.
Bring back the original ones too.
Yes, too.
I love those
Undo
motherfuckers.
Cleric.
Undo Cleric for the win, man. Next up, Landfall. Landfall's returning.
That was expected. Even for cards that's been revealed in Origins, we called it early on, saying that the Landfall is definitely going to be back in Battle for Zendikar, and it's true from from the card refresh to Kazandu.
Retreat, because
Sorry, retreat to Kazandu.
although now it's a tweak. It
Yeah.
used to be mostly on creatures.
Yeah.
And then we saw some on spells like Groundswell and Searing Blaze. Now it's on an enchantment, and unlike the previous iteration where it was expeditions, you were working towards a big effect. Now every time you landfall, you get a choice.
Yes, and being able to see this new landfall mechanic in BFZ, it goes to show what else they're coming out with.
I really want to see a land with landfall. I look forward to maybe landfall 1 or landfall 2. Could it be like one landfall would give you your creature +4/+4 maybe? To complete the Zendikar side, as you can see, I think both sides has 3 abilities each.
What do you think of Awaken?
Awaken feels like Kicker plus. If you remember Kicker from Invasion.
But the thing is that it's a spell that actually, or it's a keyword that actually animates your land. I know for a fact this is going to be great in Limited. Currently, the sheer drop card that's been revealed is okay.
It's more of a sealed kind of card. I'm looking forward to an instant Awaken card. It's pretty strong.
That's pretty strong. I mean,
I feel from like a thematic point of view as well, the storyline point of view, it shows that Zendikar is rising up to fight these Eldrazi overlords. It's like not taking it lying down kind of shit. It's like even the lands are beating the shit out of the Eldrazi's, man.
And for good fact, because if you see the new Eldrazi mechanics,
Ooh.
that's pretty crazy.
First up, Devoid. When you look at Devoid, it reminds me of Ghost Flame from Time Spiral, that raid spell that says Ghost Flame is colorless.
Yeah.
So yeah, we finally see colored mana spells, but the cards itself are colorless.
I gotta stop you there. Do you see the 2 mana card?
Oh yeah. Forerunner of
2
Slaughter.
mana, 3/2, can give itself haste,
yeah, that's
can give
just-
other colorless creatures haste for 1 mana.
That's pretty strong.
Yeah, I think R&D is trying to push people towards the Eldrazi side of things.
Besides that, yeah, if you think about it, Devoid, it makes certain cards good and certain cards crap.
Yeah, Ugin's pretty crap now. If you're facing an opponent with colorless Devoid creatures, right?
Even Ultimate Prize is pretty crap right now.
Yeah,
They're colorless, you can't even target
you
it.
can't target it.
Suddenly, stuff like Ghostfire Blade,
Yeah, those cards becomes really good.
oh my god, yeah. Even the Tome of Ugin, the one where you gain life equal to the number of colorless permanents you have,
Yes.
that's huge. Besides Devoid, there's also a new keyword.
Yeah, it's called Ingest.
It just
Now.
says whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, the
Card.
opponent exiles the top card.
Since if you saw in the old Zendikar block, you saw Annihilation where the Eldrazi was taking control of the permanents, they were taking control of
Making
the
them
land.
sacrifice, it's like they're attacking Zendikar
So
outright.
I think
But now,
Ingest seems like the other part, the one thing that they haven't touched, which is the future of the kite library and whatnot. This actually allows, or rather, it's very thematic to the Eldrazi, if you ask me.
it seems pretty bleak.
Yeah.
Like they're fucking up the Zendikar's future.
Exactly. So here's what I think. Maybe there will be Ingest 2, Ingest 3,
You mean Ingest X?
Ingest X. Could be
would be
something to
pretty
play around
broken.
with. But having multiple ingest creatures on board is really...
It's pretty broken as it is.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have like 5 Ingest creatures, you're gonna be exiling the top 5 cards.
Yes, exactly. Oh, and with the Oblivion Sower, I can actually bring those lands back under my control.
Yeah, I like how the Sower plays with Ingest.
Yes.
And the way the Sower is worded.
Technically, he's an ingest card himself.
Well,
But he comes into
he
play.
uses what's already in the exile zone.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like the Eldrazi that's like 6 mana and above are gonna utilize what your lower casting cost Eldrazi have done.
Yeah.
If you look at Forerunner of Slaughter himself, he's called an Eldrazi drone.
Yeah.
So maybe from a storyline sense, the more humanoid Eldrazi's are gonna ingest Zendikar, and then the bigger ones come along and then just take whatever's in exile.
Maybe. Again, this makes for a very nice thematic type of keyword that definitely plays well with whatever Eldrazi is all
Bigger
about.
Eldrazi,
Yeah.
that's gonna...
I really can't wait to see what R&D comes out this time around.
Yeah, definitely stoked for the PAX Prime weekend at the end of the month, where they'll reveal more about Battle for Zendikar.
Yeah. And that was the top 5 stories from Magic the Gathering this week. Do check us out every Thursday.
What do you think of this week's episode? If you want to win a Super Secret giveaway, leave a comment in the comment section below.
And do subscribe if you like us, yeah? So I'm Khalid.
And I'm Nick.
Signing off.